What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back in Warframe for another quick look video. Round 19, Wave 2 is out. At this point, I am finishing up my last quick look on that wave, and that has Ash written all over it. You can see here, I am already prepped and ready to go. We have Ash in a very infested kind of, at least in my opinion, an infested kind of theme. I do have an awesome fashion frame on this Ash. If you would like to check that out, feel free. I actually leave the cyst on this one because, you know, he's designed as an infested kind of like slayer. I like to think of him as like a Warframe charger based cloaking kind of frame. I don't know, because I have the Venkas, which are like his claw attack weapons, which I love. It's just very ferocious for a Warframe, and it's very fun to play. So, anyways, there we have it. We have this awesome Ash, and we are going to be jumping in and taking a look at the new Ash Ichneumon skin by Wobble. So this plays along with that infested look, the infested theme with the Warframes, and I actually own a couple of these type of infested frame skins by Wobble so far. I've done a Tenogen spotlight on the Nyx Carniflex. If you would like to check that out, you can also see that in the corner or at the end screen. And there's another one that I have not revealed yet. I want to do a Tenogen spotlight and show you guys that skin, but that'll come in the future. But here we go, taking a look at the Ichneumon skin on Ash. You can see it here with my color combinations transferred over, taking a look at what it is. This series, basically, I take my fashion frames, I swap them on over to the skin to see what it looks like, kind of give you guys the ability to see that frame in many different color schemes, and you guys can judge whether you want to, you know, fashion frame your Warframes by the Tenogen skin, which just inspires you to play around, like I said, with some fashion frame stuff. So here we go. Maybe you see my base one and you go, oh, you know what? That's pretty cool. I want to check that out. You know, you could do that as well. But here we go, playing around with Ash. That first one, I wasn't too in love with the way the color scheme worked out, because it is a totally different, totally different theme. The colors aren't going to transfer over like completely one-to-one. Like, for instance, like metallics. Like, you're not going to see, you know, metallics here because there aren't really any metallics. You're going to see it on some sort of, you know, infested, you know, textured skin that transfers over. So not everything transfers. You know, primary and secondary, you know, are still going to be kind of primary and secondary, but, you know, it's going to move all over the place. So this is going to be an interesting one to take a look at. But here we have this kind of color scheme, which I don't think is that bad. It does kind of follow along kind of an infested feel. The colors, I feel like, go pretty well together, but I can't really put a, you know, a defined theme on what this could kind of be. You know, it doesn't really look like an infested charger or anything, so it's a little different. But here we go, something a little dark and but transferring over very well, a lot lighter of a color, going around on that primary. We have a little bit of that pink in there, and overall it doesn't look awful. It's just a little bit too bare for me, so I don't know. You could definitely toss on another color and come up with something you like, but I don't know, a good base to start with, playing around with a frame. So as you can see, I do have a few Ashes, so we're gonna see what everything looks like as we go. This is another skin I did a Tenogen spotlight on. If you would like to check that out, feel free. The Baihu skin, but today we're gonna see what happens when I take these really like desert-like orange-ish, tannish kind of colors and swap them over, and oh, actually that looks kind of cool. I'd probably go a totally different route with the attachments kind of aesthetic, but especially because we do have a lot of really cool infested stuff in game now. But I feel like I could run with this, not change pretty much anything really on the frame itself, but I could run with this and make it really, really cool, I think. So, yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Jumping over B-Slot. Oh, it's one of my Koga designs. Yeah, all right, let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of hope for, well, I was gonna say I don't have a whole lot of hope for that one, but this is workable. Too dark in my opinion, but it does kind of play with an infested look. I mean, infested skin, but you play with maybe the primaries and secondaries and maybe lighten them up or turn them a little bit more geared towards the infested palette, we'll say, and you might come up with something that looks really, really nice. So yeah, I don't know, there's potential there for sure. Jumping over, we have the base default design. I always liked the base default Koga, so I had one. But let's see what happens. Base default on the Volbjorn Ichneumon skin. I hope I'm saying that right, but you can see it here. Definitely fits the infested aesthetic. That you could just run with it, or you could really try and do something crazy with it, which, of course, that's what Fashion Frame is all about. So, jumping over to another one with Ash Primes. I think we're gonna see attachments on these skins. So let's see what happens. We'll take this Baihu creation that I made myself, and whoa, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. I really like that. Even with the shoulder pieces and stuff, looks like infested armor. Oh man, I would absolutely run this, just as is, just like that. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Jumping over to B-Slot, something I think I would do in like a Valentine's Day stealthy deal. Let's see what happens. Transfer it over. Okay. If you're really into the whole pink kind of cosmetic, it doesn't look awful, but other than that, most people are probably gonna go, ugh, what the? Oh, get rid of that thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's just maybe for a Valentine's Day every once in a while. I don't know. But swapping over, going with the white and pink, or white and pink, white and purple. That's pretty nice actually. Look at the way the infested design and line work really feels like, I don't know, mutated, I guess, and it really does well with this color scheme. You know, like a grayish and then some sort of accent color, whether it be this purple or whether you do maybe like a red or, you know, even like yellows and oranges and stuff would probably look pretty awesome. You guys saw the other one with the orange, pretty cool. So there's potential here, for sure, especially, you know, infested. It's cool, very, very cool. Why? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even really look that good either. But anyways, let's go over. We have another Ash Prime, very Prime-like, but let's just see what happens when we go all in on the Prime details. Come down here, Ichneumon. All right. I get it, because I do enjoy the Oricon aesthetic. However, it doesn't make a whole ton of sense on a frame like this, or on a skin like this, because it is infested. But I mean, there's ways to make it work, I'm sure. As though, you know, there was a primed Warframe that you know, was engulfed by the infested, but I don't know. I don't mind it, you know, but I don't think I would really play around with this. But I don't know. Jump over. We have a Shroud. Let's see what happens when we swap over this rail. There we have it. Kind of that white and red kind of aesthetic we were talking about. How the proper lines and the, you know, the accents will work probably pretty good together. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe I would run this. I do like kind of like the white and reds and white and blues, and, you know, white and oranges is pretty cool. So I don't mind it. Maybe it would end up in a Fashion Frame. I don't know, but maybe that's your style. Maybe that's for you. Let's jump over. Ooh, I really like the way this turned out. So let's just see what happens. I'm not holding up. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not holding out hope that this looks great, but ew, very vibrant blue. It's not for me. Okay, going on over. We have another deal. Oh, did a Fashion Frame on this bad boy. This thing is amazing. My Oni Ash. I love this thing. Let's just see what happens when we swap this over. You can check it out in the corner at the end of the video. But yeah, we have... Oh, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It still goes a little bit infested because of the gray base kind of color scheme. So the blue in there is probably what throws it, you know, off the infested palette, but I don't think it looks awful. It does look kind of menacing, so I like it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's all about inspiration, playing around with some colors and some fashion frame ideas, and maybe, you know, maybe you fall in love with it, maybe you don't. Oh God, I spend so much time on these fashion frames, but here we have that one transferred over, working with that darker gray with some of that orange and brown going in there. Doesn't look too bad, actually. I don't know. I probably wouldn't run this infested color scheme. I love this, but I probably wouldn't run this infested color scheme. If you guys have seen my Nyx Carniflex, you guys probably have a good idea of what I kind of do with some of my infested kind of designs. This actually works pretty good with the infested design. This kind of greenish gray feels very like infested. It feels a little bit toxic. The purple, wow, I keep mixing up my perps and my pinks. Anyways, the pink is pretty cool. There is a little purple in there actually, but it's pretty cool. I don't really mind it. It looks very... This kind of looks like the final boss of like an infested like god game. I don't know exactly how to explain that, but picture like an infested Dark Souls where instead of like dead things were more like corrupted by some sort of infestation, and this looks like what's his name from Dark Souls, the Ornstein and Smo, but Ornstein specifically, I feel like this could be like a dope, like, I don't know, boss in an infested Dark Souls or something. That's so cool. I don't know. Let's keep going. We'll go last one, right? Last one? Was it the last one? It is my last Ash. So let's see what happens. Kind of a gray and brown. I really like how just old school tomb-like this looks. Maybe even Assassin's Creed-ish. So... see what happens. Oh, it turns super white. Really just like a base starting point for designing fashion frame. This is just awful. Just awful. There's like no brown. Okay, something a little bit more aggressive and menacing. Let's see what happens when we pull this one over. Once again, it pulls away a lot of what I enjoyed about the default. Browns and the greens and stuff really kind of give that a good feel. And then it kind of just strips it all away, so nah. E-slot, a little bit of like emerald kind of design in there with some dark colors and some gray. Let's see. It goes all green. Whoa, look at the back, looks pretty sweet, but the front is just very, very green. Not too crazy about it, but the back detail is sick. You're gonna be staring at the back most of the time anyways, just like when you're at the church. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Church shroud. Whoa, ash shroud. Let's go. Ichneumon. Purples and blues. Baby blue. That looks really cool. I just kind of set him up as like a creepy, little kind of ash. I don't know, shroud deal. Anyways, let's see what happens. Blue and black isn't awful. There's a lot of blue though. A lot of blue. Maybe too much. Blue dabu dee ba dabu die, but I don't know. You could probably play around with it, make it work. Maybe even use some attachments to cover up some of the blue and play around with some of the other colors of the theme. But nah. Let's keep going. We got something a little bit more jungle temple guardian type dude. See what happens. That actually doesn't look too bad. Sticks with kind of an infested look. A little bit of dark colors in there. Orange kind of energy flowing through a little bit of the mask. I don't mind that. It feels infested, but overall it's not like, it's not like a gorgeous look. So if you're really trying to hit the infested look, something like this would work. But if you're really trying to stand out and look just super cool, maybe not. I don't know. You might love it. But last one, and then we do a little bit of randomizing. This one actually didn't turn out too bad. Some blues, a little bit of like seaweed green in there, and then we have that gray primary, of course, but it doesn't look bad. I definitely could play with that and make it work. Throw some attachments on there, some infested kind of looks, and this would look pretty good. Pretty good. So, anyways, there we go. We have all of those taken a look at. Let's go through and do a little bit of randomizations. I had one of these. This one where that needed some extra slots and love. Let's just drop a new slot in here. 10 plat right into a fashion frame. There's base ash. Let's just look. We already took a quick look, but there we go. I feel like you could definitely just go with this and roll with it, but let's just see what happens. Do some random colors. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, I don't know. Random. Of course, because the colors don't transfer over like 1-to-1, some of these might look awful, but then look really good when you transfer them. So I'm gonna try to attempt each randomizer and see which one works. But go, not quite me. Some of you really might like some crazy, bright and vibrant stuff. Ninja Turtles, you want Ninja Turtle Ash? It might work. Here we go. Boop, boop. This might be a tough one. This might be a tough one to color. Unless, like I said, you really are just gonna go, oh, that's kind of neat. Unless you're just gonna go right to the infested palette and just do infested frame. If you're really trying to come up with something unique, it might take a little bit. I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Of course, I don't own the skin, so at this point, I would have to pick it up and really go to town and play around with it, and probably be able to come up with some awesome stuff. But here we go. That's kind of neat. A little bit Halloween inspired. It's kind of neat. But keep going. A few more. I don't want to spend too much time on a quick look, because then it wouldn't be a quick look, which it never really is. But this is kind of neat. Just playing with like a white and gray. A little bit of darkness in there, dark blue. Not bad. Let's see what happens here. Cloud blah. Purple. Well, actually blue. Not awful. Not really phenomenal, but toxic ash. And I honestly would love to see some fashion frame for this Warframe. That doesn't look too bad because it feels very infested, but a bright infested kind of design. So that's actually not bad. This is a little unique, something you may not see, you know, on any other Ash Ichneumon skin. So I'd love to see some fashion frame with this skin. Like, I am struggling a bit to really know what I want out of this skin in terms of fashion frame. So maybe you guys could inspire me. You know, Discord is always open. I do have a little Captura section. There'll be a nice little welcome from the bot that says "Welcome on in" when you join. But don't mind that. We will, yeah, we'll check it out. You want to talk in Discord? That'd be awesome. Share some fashion frame type stuff. That would be awesome. My little Captura section. I like to drop stuff in there every once in a while. I mention this far too often. I apologize. With my work schedule, it doesn't allow me to really be 100% active all the time every day. But I'd love to be more active on you know, my social medias, especially Discord, play around with some fashion frames and stuff like that. But at this point in time, oh, that's kind of neat. At this point in time, I really got to focus on finances and paying bills. But I'd love for one day for this whole YouTube thing to, you know, take off to the point where I can just do it for a living. I don't have to be wealthy, rich, or anything like that. I would just want to do something I love for a living, and that would allow me to do some really awesome stuff. I'm telling you, I got all sorts of stuff in my head that I would love to be able to go and do, but it's either incredibly time consuming, or I need some experts with some professional skills to pull off some things that I'm just not all that familiar with, such as you know like 3D design type stuff. You know what I mean? But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it inspired you a bit. If you are planning on picking this up, like I said, I would love to see your fashion frame. But yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys again, hopefully, in the next episode.